This is the 28th of July, 2016, and it's a wonderful birthday present for Isabella, who just turned
6.
Yeah, so happy birthday. Our little chick here, who couldn't walk, we thought was going to die, and had a lot of trouble eating and drinking, is now walking around. As you can see, she's still struggling a little bit better, but a little bit more, I should say. But she's much better than she was. Much better. And what did we do? We applied the figure 8 wing bandage with vet wrap on both wings for a couple days. She did pretty well with that. And she picked one of them off, and the wing looked much better. I left the other one on, and she eventually got that one off too. So they stayed on for about 2 days, and now she's holding her wings properly and not using them as much for balance. And we saw when her wings were taped that she was favoring her left foot. Now she still is, but what I've been doing, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. I tried taping up that leg with vet wrap just to support the ankle in case it was the slipped Achilles tendon, and she straightened it out behind her and drug it along. It looked horrible, so and pitiful. So I just took it off and let nature take its course. But what I've been doing is massaging her leg every day and gently exercising it by pressing my finger up on my pinky and while I'm holding her, and just pushing my finger onto her feet, and especially on the left one, just pressing it up, and she would gently push against it. At first the left foot hardly at all, and then by yesterday, after about 3 days of doing this, I started feeling some resistance, and she started grabbing onto the end of my pinky a little bit more. And so I'd turn her gently on her side in the palm of my hand, and I would rotate that leg and extend it all the way out, and push it all the way back in, and extend it all the way out, push it back in, rotate it, massage, just holding it like this. Stop, I'm showing them how I did it. Massage it like this, massage the toes, gently gently press around the joint, and then go up and massage, softly massaging the thigh, and then her back, and her shoulders, and around her neck. And then I would put her down and give her some water and hold her just so she couldn't wobble side to side, and she would start standing to drink. When she'd had enough, then I would bring her over. Let's see if we can do that. I'll just show you how we do. Hi, sweetie. I grab her like this. Yeah. And then I just kind of hold her like this and keep her steady. She'd get her water. Sometimes, because she would forget to get over here, all the way from over there, and come over here. So before we start our exercises, I'd give her a good drink of water, give her a little bit of food for strength, then I'd exercise, then I'd give her the water again, a little bit of food, and let her rest. I'd do the massage first for, for about 20 seconds each part of her limb, and then the other parts of her body, not as much time. I also massaged the other leg to keep things even, because she was supporting that with that other leg. It needed some relief, and then I would, after that whole process probably took about a minute of massage and extending, and then I would do the standing exercises with her with my finger, and then set her on the ground and have her try to walk around a little bit, that whole process, it did sometimes take 10 minutes. And then I'd get her back to the water to drink. Make sure she's getting those fluids in her with the minerals. And then I'd hold her over the food like this just to help her eat it. And I sprinkled some food on a paper towel. She likes the paper towel, but she also has other wood chip areas for, for cushioning. So I tried doing the hobble for the splayed leg, but she really didn't have the splayed leg. She didn't have a leg going out to the side that much. She just was having a hard time using her left leg and was weak. And so the hobble and taping up the left leg wasn't working for her. It was contraindicated, so I just took it off and continued with the massaging to get the blood flowing to all the different cells and get some nutrition in her, and warm up the joints. And it seems like it's working and helping a lot, because now she's hopping around very well. She's enjoying her food, and she is smaller than the other birds, and they do trample her, so I have been keeping her separate from them in the brooder. I have the light going above the screen. This is a screen for a mobile home or a camper, to replace the sliding screens. And it works very well in here. This is a homemade brooder. That's a roost that we had put in. And they have all their water and food, and she has hers, and she can hear them, and they sort of cue her in to when it's time to wake up and get around and start moving. She follows their cue, but she doesn't get trampled while she's at it. So she's doing much better, little Pippi, and we're very pleased with her progress, and I'm seeing more and more progress every day. So we'll continue with her therapy on the legs, and continue to help her make sure she gets that nutrition and fluids, and hopefully we'll see her getting much better. This is the first time I've seen her standing this long and hopping about, so it's really good progress. So this is what we think might have been for a slipped Achilles tendon. It was probably a mild case, because she didn't have a swollen red joint as far as I could tell. She just wasn't really using that left leg very much. And in fact, at first she wasn't using either of them, so she was just laying there. So you'll have to go back and look at the older videos to see how far she's come along, and it's pretty cool. So, and again, I don't think this is a genetic issue. It seems more of a nutritional issue and trouble getting out of the eggshell, maybe incubation. And so I decided not to cull her and just see if she could recover with a little bit of help. She's a speckled Sussex chick. I had ordered 3. They're all pullets in there, except for one that's a Buff Orpington rooster. And so I didn't want to lose her because she is a heritage chicken. Not that we're going to be breeding them. We are using them for eggs. So, but the other 2, I just didn't want to lose her. I wanted to see what she turned out to look like, because she's a real sweetheart. She's just so laid back and cute. So you can't, if you can save the babies, you can, and you've got a heart for it, then might as well try. You might as well try.